Steph says the Warriors are the last dynasty that the NBA will have. Do you agree or disagree with Steph's hot take?
I mean, shit, with this with this second apron bullshit, he might be right, dog. Like this shit just really cripples teams in a way where you cannot build a team like that. And also, there was so much luck with the Warriors
Mhm.
dynasty build. Like I've always said this about the Warriors dynasty build. They built their dynasty the way everyone says is the quote unquote right way, right?
Mhm.
Like if everyone says if you're a team in the cellar who's looking to come up from not making the playoffs to winning a championship, you got to draft well. They did that. They knocked that out the park, right? You draft the best backcourt of all time. Then you draft the best defensive player of his era, right? And he was like, a number 30 pick. No one saw these three guys being as good as they are, right? So they
Mhm.
knocked that whole draft part out the park. Then they say the whole part about, okay, you need a competent front office to make, right free, trades and all that. And we saw the roster they built out with Sean Livingston and Barbosa and all those guys. They had a really, really fucking good bench. And then they say, okay, so you draft well, you get a competent front office who knows how to make all the right moves. You make yourself appealing to the free agent market. And look what the fuck happened July 4th, 2016, right? The biggest free agent signing perhaps in NBA history, right? So I always say that the Warriors built their dynasty the quote unquote right way, and people hate them because of that, myself included, because it was just A pluses across the board on every fucking part of the dynasty build. So yeah, I might be with Steph. Like it was so much luck there. And of course you had the Steph ankle injury where he had to take, a lower deal than he would have gotten if he was
Mhm.
fully healthy, which gave them some cap to, even get KD. So yeah, like I said, it was just A pluses across the board on every stage of the build. There was some luck there that looked like it was bad luck with the Steph ankle injury that came back to be the best thing that happened to that franchise in a way. So yeah, man, it was just so much luck, and like I said, A pluses across the board. So I don't know if Lightning's gonna strike like that again.
How long does this deal with the second apron last? Like when are they renegotiating? Because this can't
I
be.
think it's like 10 years at
They're
least.
usually very
Golly.
long-term deals because
Usually 10
trying
plus
Oh
to they're
years.
trying to
my
time them around the TV deals.
I
God.
think I think the I think because of the
It lasts until
CBA,
2030.
okay. Because of the new CBA and because just also we're sort of trending away from just put three superstars together and you get a finals appearance like
Yeah.
era of basketball, you're probably not going to
Yeah.
see a dynasty. The exception I'm wondering about is the San Antonio Spurs. If Wembenyama turns
Mhm.
into God in 18 months and then there's a cap jump because of the new TV deal and like things from a timing perspective work as if
Yeah.
Castle, the guy they drafted this year, turns out to be like Drew Holiday, actually turns out to be Drew Holiday, then you're in territory where you're like, wait a second, this is the
They're
best
one
defensive
guy
team
away.
ever,
Yeah.
maybe plus with God on off. Like you never know. If anyone's gonna do it, I think it's gonna be them.
Well,
The Spurs getting another dynasty would be insane.
I would not enjoy that. I do.
Oh yeah, I'm like,
I
Bro,
do.
they was torturing niggas for a long
I
time, bro.
know.
Yeah, yeah,
I do
those were
feel like
scary
but
times.
I think we're kind of ignoring the elephant in the room, and we were mean enough to the Clippers that I don't mind being nice to the Celtics. Like the Celtics just won a really dominant championship, have everyone back, and if they win this upcoming year, they need one title in the next 2 or 3 years after
what
that.
constitutes a dynasty?
Three and
Three
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 and
plus
titles.
six.
in six or
Three
less.
and
Like
six, if 3 and 7 starting to stretch it, but three in a
And has to
six,
be a back to back in the mix too, for sure.
yeah.
I
Which
don't know
again,
that
like
I would say the Spurs didn't have any back to backs in theirs. So and
But
that would
but they had the 15-year
that was
stretch, 5 and
extended.
15.
Okay.
That was
Okay.
Yeah,
extended long
You know,
enough.
man.
so
That was
But
so
see, but
long.
I agree with you. You generally need a back to back, and I do feel like the Celtics again. It's like they're the overwhelming favorites to win this year.
Right.
So you're already their talents. You're already in a good spot with the Celtics. I just want to emphasize what Tyler said about the Warriors because I think because they were so dominant, I don't think this aspect of their run is appreciated enough. You see teams like the Pistons or whatever who are like historically awful teams will get the number 4 pick in the lottery and the fans will be like ready to pull all the skin off their face. Like the gods hate us. Like we can't get a good draft pick. Like we're drafting 5th again, like whatever it is. And it's true that in basketball, like LeBron James was the number 1 draft pick when he was 15, 16 years old.
For
You see
sure.
these dudes coming, you know where they're going to be. Steph, we would all agree it's Braun and Steph. You can put KD up there too for this era. Steph was a number 7 draft pick. Klay was a number 11 draft pick. Teams now who are lottery teams are disgusted when they get those picks because they don't feel like they can find franchise defining players. Draymond was the 35th pick.
What was Joker?
Joker's the all-time
40,
aberration.
42, I want to say.
Joker's the
Doing
all-time
the Taco
aberration.
Bell commercial. Yeah.
By the way, the Denver Nuggets have drafted future first ballot Hall of Famer Nikola Jokic.
Two chalupas for
Three-time
$6.
MVP.
Come get
Yeah.
it.
You know what I mean?
But that's
Right.
very unusual, right? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
that's like Wemby. You were talking about the Spurs. You knew Wemby was there. So anyway, but I think that that's a special part. That was something I enjoyed as a casual basketball fan about the Warriors. Was that way that they built it up in that way with a new system, with a coach who was willing to hand the keys over to these dudes to try and do something different. Like I'll admit, I was a little emotional seeing the pictures that Klay and Steph were posting of the two of them and Draymond when they all looked like they were 14 years old.
Right.
Mhm.
Like
Those
that
look
was who
kids,
that was.
man.
I love that era of hoops, bro. Like we were all talking, at that time about like, hey man, I watched basketball in the 90s. Michael Jordan was unbelievable, but don't let anyone tell you basketball in the 90s was better than this shit.
Period.
Like
Period.
Flat out.
Were the Spurs 99 to 2014?
Yep.
Was that their span?
Yep. 5 and 15
My
in seasons, bro.
God. That is
Yeah, man.
insane.
and not one heart rate raised in America. Not one erection given.
I don't know, man.
Tyler liked it.
I
Tyler
know
liked
he
the
did. I
way they
know.
play
Well,
basketball.
yeah,
A lot of
I was
people.
gonna say,
The
well,
Spurs-
they didn't win
the
it.
Warriors are basically the Spurs with more seasoning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
the ball, way they move the ball and shit. You feel me? Where they run the O. So yeah, but man, that's 15 years of dominance, bro. Crazy. Forget about what the calendar says. Football season is right around the corner, and that means best ball week at DraftKings isn't far behind. Here's what you need to know. DraftKings Best Ball Millionaire Contest is their biggest fantasy contest ever. We're talking 15 million guaranteed prize pool with two. That's right, 2 millionaires being crowned for first and second place.
If you're a set it and forget it type, then best ball is for you. No waiver wires, no roster management, bigger roster so injuries won't end your season. Only the draft, and that's it. You're set for the season. And 15 million in prize money is no joke. Still not convinced? Check this out. This year, DraftKings is offering everyone a draft one, get one special. Your $20 entry fee scores you a bonus ticket.
Get ready for Best Ball Week at DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app and use code Jenkins. That's code JENKINS, Jenkins, for all customers who enter the NFL Best Ball $15 million millionaire contest to get a bonus ticket. Only during Best Ball Week, only on DraftKings.